Like I say,
Well,
y'all, we got the man itself, Mr. Cornell Jones. You know, a lot of people really don't need no intro, and he's one of the people that don't need an introduction. But if you young, because a lot of young people don't know, uh, you remember that show on BET called American Gangster before they came out with the movie. He was the thing of the first episode.
no, I was the second. That was no third. But what happened? You had
Third?
yeah, it was the third. Yeah, and they had to postpone it because something happened in
Mm,
9/11 and all that crap. But it was 9/11 because we had the armory, and they had to put so they had to use the armory. That's it.
yeah.
And at the same time, I had the tunnel over there. So and Mr. Mason, he asked me about moving. We had to move out the armory. You know. So they had to move out the armory because their building was ready. They was on there temporarily. So they had to move it. So I was the only one can handle the school. So they moved the school into my club.
Oh, that's
Well,
crazy.
it was a banquet hall. It was 30,000 square feet. He put it, it's the biggest goddamn place in the city in one room. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And the biggest license in the whole city. Ain't no license bigger than that in the whole city unless you go to a ballroom in a hotel. Well, I don't know where. But your floor ain't nowhere near big as the bigger than what I had. So, but that's where I was at. See,
Yeah.
So, and they were talking about go, don't mute go. Wait a minute. When I started my play, the go was muted. You couldn't play nowhere in DC. I mean, I know you couldn't play go nowhere in DC. Nowhere. I don't care what you can name me where you played in DC. The go was dead. I'm the only one bought it back.
What
And
year
it
was that?
sold. That's in 2000 when I opened
Yeah.
my club up. They said I wasn't get my license. All Mayor Bowser and her father and all the rest of them, they told me no go. Now they love go.
Yeah, it's
You
helping them.
see?
It helps their campaign right now.
Well, whatever they do, but I'm the one that made go keep going because they had blackballed go in the whole city, and nobody club better not had no go in it. I the one had to fight them every day for years, paying tens of thousands just to have legal fees to go after these guys.
Mm.
The police was against it. The mayor was against it. The police was against it. They knew anybody had go, the police gonna shut you down. I ran the police out my spot. But they told me you ain't getting a license. I'm gonna get a license here. I'm gonna run you. And matter of fact, all y'all get the hell on out. Right.
So
I
which
told Bowser
clubs
dad the
did
rest.
you have? What clubs did you have?
That was the tunnel. That was that back then. That was the
Yeah.
tunnel, right?
Yeah.
Because in New York they had a big tunnel back then. So I mean, so I had been in the New York tunnel back then, and they was jumping. So I
Yeah.
said, shit, maybe I can bring that here, you know.
Mm.
So I turned that big space into the tunnel. It was like a tunnel. You go in there, but you know, right, like a tunnel, right? You go right up in there.
There you
I
go,
did
right
all of it.
down in there.
I had Jay-Z. I'm the only man kicked Jay-Z out of his club
What you kick them out for?
because he wanted to come with and interrupt Chuck set. And Chuck only had 20 minutes to go. I ain't gonna let you get on no stage now. I told you on the first set. Now you want to tell me you ready to go up? No, you're not. You gonna get your ass up out of here. That's what you get ready to do, buddy. If the show is over, it's over. Ain't no more. You think I'm gonna let you on there and stop Chuck? I ain't stopping Chuck for nothing.
Did he ever
Chuck,
come back?
I didn't want him back. What the hell I'm
Oh
coming?
hell
He
no.
only gonna come where you gonna pay him at. I had to pay him that night, but fuck him after that.
True that. True that. Paying for
Right.
showing up. Due
Right.
diligence.
Well,
What he
it was
did.
Howard Homecoming. It was Howard Homecoming. It was Howard
Mm.
Homecoming. That's the biggest part of the city. Right.
Yeah.
And I had him hosting and Chuck Brown playing. He could have played. He could have went on stage, but it ain't gonna be on Chuck Brown last set. You gotta be crazy, man. That ain't happening. I'm the first man told Kick 50 Cent out of the spot and made him pay up. Okay. DC Army. We had back to school with all the kids, charged them all $20. And he get there now, he want to raise the price because I got a price where he couldn't get up here because it snowed. So I had a rain date. That was my rain date at the DC Armory. So when we get to, so he can't get his bus down in Virginia Beach. They can't get up here the next day. So now we gotta get a rain date. When he come at the rain day, he want more money. Hell, buddy, it don't go like that in DC, man. You get out there. First of all, I mean, Anton cigars for all of them who was over there hosting the radio station said, well, welcome to the stage. So and so, so and so. 50 Cent. He never show up.
So
They
he
do
ain't
it
even
again
show up.
5 minutes later. They do it 5 minutes later. No, we on the phone, me and him.
Mm.
Me and him on the phone. And I said, oh, wait a minute. He said, man, I said, no, I'm not gonna give you 30 more thousand. What you gonna do? You're gonna go out there and play for them kids that paid $20 to get in here. And if you don't, get the hell up out of here. Because you ain't getting no dime out of this. Right. You ain't gonna make me go charge them more money. That was it. That was they go back to school party.
Yeah.
And guess what? About the third time, oh, he come, welcome to the state. Then he finally went out. Right, right. So that was cool. He did a little show.
Oh man,
But that was cool.
I got a chance to see 50 live. He put on a good show though.
No,
But I know
had
back
it. No,
then,
I had it many times after that. I had it in my club after that. Right,
yeah,
all the time.
but
Right.
$20 back then was a lot of money for
That's what
back
I'm
to
saying
school.
for school, for back to school kids. Right,
Yeah,
right. They got to go somewhere. Right. So that's what they paid. Their $20. They came on over and they was in there deep. Now all I
mm,
would do is say, tell her what happened because they heard the announcer, radio people, and they called him out 3, 4 times. He didn't come.
yeah,
That's when you're wearing this bulletproof vest and all that was running from everybody's scenes. You know, he's scared of the
hmm
turkey, the turtle. You know, they stuck his head into a little turtle, you know, like a turtle. Stick your head in that hard ass
Put his
cat.
head back in the shell.
You're right, put your head in the shell. I knew who the niggas was. You know,
He ain't gonna tell nobody that. He
none
ain't
of them
gonna
gonna
let
live a
you.
minute, but that's why I told you the first time in history tell anybody in the world. I told you because you could tell them nigga, is it true? See, you Bishop King, you can say the fuck you want, nigga. I know you. If you did it, you didn't do it. Tell me why. You up in my VIP suite and all that shit, drinking my fine champagne. Then you gonna go up there with
Uh-huh.
Chuck Brown 20 minutes left this shit. I said, oh no, you earned your money, man. You get the hell up out of here. Okay, now
Oh man,
you ain't going on that stage no kind of way to say hello. Right? Only
not
you gonna
even
say hello
funny.
through that front door. Right.
Hey,
Right.
let's get it to you. So when you was coming up, did you ever imagine that you would be as big as you became?
Well, I mean, I don't look at nothing as being I'm big me and you little you. We
Right.
all the same. That's number one. I don't want to be up here
Mm,
and looking down. I want to be beside you, looking at you. So I ain't one of them guys that want to be bigger you.
right.
You know what I mean? I ain't one of these guys that want to have more than you. I've had more than every motherfucker in this city. I don't know one motherfucker in this city made more money than me and still got one. I bought 6 houses in the penitentiary on the way home. Okay? I paid millions of dollars in legal fees. I paid the court IRS $1 billion. How many niggas in DC ever did that?
None that I
I'm
know.
just asking. When I got locked up, I left my whole crew millions of dollars. I left my whole crew millions of dollars in work. Whoever in the whole country did that big shots? I'm just asking, man. Nobody asked these questions. See, I've been quiet till damn near till a year, till 6 months ago. You
Yeah.
know, so I told you, I said, man, look, I'm gonna come out. You, I don't even want to come out. I see all these guys on the social media being the biggest they can be. I said, what street you ever ran, buddy? Where you made all your money from? I'm just saying, what's the name of your street? You know what I'm saying? I just asked them, you know.
Yeah.
You making it now, you looking like you're $1 million. Where you get it from? What street you made it on? Was there anywhere in the DMV? I said, well, I'm
Yeah.
just asking. Right.
Now,
Right.
I know some people they get mad because we you know coming from where we come from, we put people like you on a pedestal and they say we shouldn't and things like that. But when we growing up poor, we growing up broke. That's just
Exactly.
the next thing you see is the people with money. You want that. You want to provide for your family. You want your family to be happy and not struggling. And you so it's different from saying, oh, I want to be a school teacher or I want to be a mechanic. You know, I want to be that. You know what I'm saying? So
And I ain't
it's
never had a job in my life. Okay. And I ain't worked for nobody in my life. Okay. I ain't never worked for nobody in my life. But I don't live nowhere where some bunch of black folks live. Okay. I will let you know. I ain't never lived one of them in less than 30 years. Okay. I don't need nothing for nobody. Ask one of them niggas whenever they All them niggas get consultant money. They go, you know what they do? They go find all these guys around the country that they idols. This nigga ain't nothing. What we talking about Chris Porter? I mean, what the Alpo and the Porter boys? Right. I knew all them guys. You know, I knew all them guys, afterwards. But I said, well, damn, they killed Rich for he couldn't get 400,000. I get 400,000 in one phone call. And he couldn't get the money together to pay the people to let his brother go. And I hate to say that. I'm just saying that's what they put guys like that on a pedestal, man. See?
Yeah.
And I don't do that. I don't do that for nobody. I don't care what they do. Who could they be the biggest thing in the world? I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't care. Don't bother me. What you got, I can't eat. I ain't never asked no in a dime in the world. Asked him. I bought 6 houses on the way out the penitentiary, man.
Yeah, I'm younger than all of these guys, and I'm able to, you know what I mean, point you out and say who you is and what you done. But when you hear other people when they speak about the city and that game and coming up like that, they always talk about Rayful. And I see a lot of people don't mention your name. And I
That's
think it's
okay.
age
I don't
gap.
mind that. Well, you know why? Because you
That
ain't
was the
had no.
question. How do you feel about that?
Well, Rayful get look. When I was in business, everybody ate. Everybody ate, and you eat with me. You don't bother nobody. That's number one. You don't beef with Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Mm.
Okay, if they were all eating together, then you leave them alone. Somebody ran away, or I don't we don't have nothing to do with it. Do what you do. But if you don't come, see you. We had rules. The game was already there. We just had to follow it. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody. I got locked up alone, and I made all my deals to get out. Okay, I won my first case in court when I was 19. Okay, right, Upper Marlboro, bank robbery, right, on bond. So I beat that case. Yeah, I beat that case straight up. They came and got me, took me up Marlboro, locked my butt up, and I already knew what I found in the state agreement or the Maryland Detainer Act. So I
Mm.
found that, bam, that if you don't come and get me in 6 months, and I already read the library. I know everything in the goddamn law books, right? So I knew when I got there. Guess what? They called one night. You out. That child was dropped because they missed the deadline, not me. I knew. Right, 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 right.